Okay, don't adjust your screen. My eyes are all watery and red because I have been crying, and I wanted to come on and share with you these tears of overwhelm and joy. If you've watched my feed the last few days, you know that I have been throwing myself into helping one of our tribe mates. Dave has been in our tribe at least 6-7 years would be my guess, and I couldn't remember how he came to us. He's right now, this very minute, he's in Oklahoma. He's sleeping in his car with his dog and his cat. He lost his job during COVID. He had benefits and they stopped paying. And so rather than going to a homeless shelter, which he knew he could do, only if he surrendered his animals to a shelter for someone else to take care of, he's been sleeping in his car. So I started a fundraiser a few days ago, and I will put it in the comments. The very first comment I'll put in there, but stay with me because the story is about to get really miraculous. So here's the thing with Dave. So I asked him a few days ago, well, then, what do you need? Like, how can we get you warm? How can we get you food? How can we get you going? How can we get you a job? That kind of a thing. So he put this fundraiser together just to start the basics. And what I realized was, as the money was coming in, that through Facebook, that Stripe will take up to 2 weeks, like 10 business days to get him any funds. And I know that he had, at the time, 36 cents in his pocket. And someone had brought him a big old bag of dog food that the dog and the cat could eat. And I was worried that he might start eating it too. So I said, what do we get you right away? So the money started coming in, not to him exactly, but into the account that he could later pull out. And I thought, we've got to do better than this. Like, he's cold tonight. There's 6 inches of snow on the ground. There's 6 more coming. And so I tag teamed with our tribe. This is the power of tribes. I tag teamed with my girl, Julia. She found a store in Oklahoma City, 40 miles from him, who had a thermal sleeping bag, who had a lantern and different heat sources. And then I contacted someone else in our tribe, a newbie to our tribe, Shelly Fee, hi, and just said, I know this is a long shot, but if we can get that stuff purchased today, can you go pick it up and take it to him, even though the roads are icy, even though the conditions are crappy? Do you think you could do that? Because if I order from Amazon, even Prime, these days in COVID, Prime can take a week these days. And it all happened. I'm telling you, it happened in the space of 12 hours, so that Dave had his kitty cat climb into the sleeping bag and was able to give all the blankets to Puppers. Piper the Puppers, that's her name, Piper, and Butters the cat. And the truth is, my tribe comes to me from all different kinds of places. I never know where they come from. Some have found my books, some have found my films, some followed Doorway Studios, Doorway Gallery, when we were selling Brian Froud and Wendy Froud and Alan Lee and Kiniko Craft and all those marvelous artists. Some come through our calendars and greeting card designs. Some come because they've seen my YouTube videos. I don't ever know. And I had forgotten how Dave came to me until he sent this message from his from inside his car, his 15-degree car. He sent me this message. And this is the point I want to make to you. It's so much bigger than me. It's so much bigger than Dave. It's so much bigger than this fundraiser. And it's also really, really tiny too. So listen to this. This is the message. It came at 4:42 a.m. this morning. Angie, while you are most likely in peaceful slumber, I was awakened this morning early with Butters nestled inside what is without question the Rolls Royce of sleeping bags. She was purring like there's no tomorrow, and something occurred to me. While at this very moment, I typed to you with my one index finger poking out of the top of this insanely badass sleeping bag, the very wee little life of a mouse named Zeus is what makes all of this possible. I feel Hang on. I'll get it. I feel there's some deeper meaning at work here. In fact, I feel it in my bones. Like billions of neutrons connecting synapses that are buzzing with mountains of information, deciphering a much more important code, a deeper meaning. These connections are amazingly alight with an ocean of code that points to one irrefutable truth. We are all connected, deeply. The common denominator of that connection and that very code is a little mouse. While it may be below freezing right now, it's through your generosity and your razor-sharp insight of the message of that one tiny little mouse that my heart, as well as the rest of me, truly feels the love of this most wondrous and amazingly caring tribe. Not but a few hours ago, I slipped myself, and Butters, of course, into what I feel is the most incredibly warm sleeping bag that this tribe, your tribe, so selflessly slipped under my Christmas tree, just for me and my Furbies. When I took the box in the bag that contained this Rolls Royce of a sleeping bag, I didn't just open a really nice, badass sleeping bag to keep me warm. I opened my eyes to the unstoppable power of that tiny mouse and the love and the genuine warmth of this tribe. What incredible power the connection of these tiny neurons have displayed, leading a symphony of love directed by that teeny tiny incredible mouse and this heart-filled tribe. I get it now. And now it's time for me to go back to impersonating a warm burrito. Sweet slumber. So this is what I want to tell you. If you don't know who Zeus is, the very first comment link under this film. Okay, I will show you who Zeus is, and it'll take you 1 minute to meet him if you don't know who he is. And the second comment, I'll show you Dave's, I'll put the link to Dave's Sunriser so you can find out a little bit more about him and what we're doing for him. But this is the thing I want to tell you. When you're down, when you're worried, when you're overwhelmed, when you're uncertain, when you're looking for magic and can't find it, when you're looking for hope and you don't know where it is, I want to tell you that it can be in the most unexpected places. I want to tell you that your miracle, that your angel, that your possibility can come in disguised forms, and it can look like the most absurd thing. It can look like a mouse. A little tiny mouse that was orphaned, who I rescued who died over 10 years ago, is still bringing people together and still affecting lives. And he lived a life like that. The year that I had him, I had some of the most incredible experiences of my life. I'm sorry to say I slacked because I was writing a book about all of the things that he taught me and the miracles that I saw that left my jaw dropped. And then after he died, I was grieving that like all the miracles would stop, and they didn't. There was encounter after encounter after encounter that he was clearly leading, that he was clearly in charge of. It's obviously time to finish that book, and it's obviously time to understand his work isn't done. And I want to tell you that my little Zeus, my little miracle maker, he's just one form of how our guardians, our angels, our magic, our miracles, our hope can come to us, can visit us, and that when death comes, or when impossibility comes, or when obstacles come that seem to separate you from what you love, or separate you from your dream, or separate you from your possibility, I'm just going to tell you, there is no separation. It's an illusion. The life force that is working on your behalf, if you could glimpse it, you'd have to just lay down and not get up. There's that much of it. Trust me, I'm experiencing it, and I'm telling you, I'm here holding the light. I'm here holding Zeus out as a light to give you hope that this is true and it is real. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on the seemingly impossible. It's like the fairy godmother says, impossible things happen every day. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. They are. And they can happen for you. And they are happening for you. Start looking for them. And do yourself a favor, go check out Dave in the links, in the comments under this post, and go check out Zeus. And if nothing else, start looking to the little things. Start keeping an eye out. It's not hard for me, they go in different directions. Look to the side of your vision. There is a power pulsing that knows your name. There are angels and guides and beings of light who know your name, and they know what you need. And don't just look for the big. Don't just expect the lightning in the sky. Sometimes they will come disguised in the most innocuous, unexpected ways. Start looking for them. Your miracle is waiting for you.